We're just chilling in the Coupeville Ferry. Apparently without a reservation, you're looking at a couple-hour wait, especially in the summertime. But no worries, got nowhere to be. So we're just waiting in line. You can see all these cars behind me. And here's the ferry. I'll show you as we get closer what's going on, but this is the Coupeville Ferry Terminal to Port Townsend. You could have taken another ferry and gone down to Whidbey Island, but I'm gonna head over to Neah Bay and some other spots by Squim. So I'm gonna take this ferry over. Also, in life, any chance you get while traveling to put your boat, any chance you get to put your car or motorcycle on a boat, I highly recommend you do it. It makes for great footage, great stories. It's always fun putting things on boats, that's my opinion. Also, if you're smart, you drive right up here and you say, I have a reservation, and you get on your boat. But for us two losers, we wait in line. But it's okay because we have Ranger Rick over here, and by Ranger Rick, I mean Eddie the dog. So life is good. Gonna cruise around, kill time. Hopefully we get on the next ferry, which is like 2 hours, but he said probably gonna be 4 hours. So we'll see what happens. So here's the ferry terminal once again. Just picking up where we left off. Looks like there's probably a campground. And I'm not sure, but I think this is still the Padilla Bay. I really did an injustice and I forgot to film yesterday. We were at Bayview State Park. I'm with my friend Sandy. We've traveled a few days together from the PNW meetup. She's going her way, I'm going my way. But yeah, we were in Bayview State Park on the Padilla Bay yesterday. It was absolutely gorgeous. Got a beautiful campsite, got some power, time to charge up our batteries, got a hot shower, that was epic. And then it was just a short hour drive to the Coupeville Ferry Station. So that's pretty cool. And just gonna cruise around here and see what life has to offer. I think there's a small restaurant right here. Oh no, the restaurant's way out there. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. I can only imagine it's terrible food, but who knows? Peace and love. After waiting almost 5.5 hours to load the ferry, we finally got moving. My good friend did rear end me, but these Honda Elements seem indestructible. And even when they're not, there's always a junkyard with spare parts. And we scavenge those yards like wild animals. Anyways, if you haven't loaded your adventure vehicle on a boat before, I highly recommend you do, especially with an unknown destination on the other side. It's just magical. Let's keep this story rolling. What's up, guys? I've got the Honda Element on a boat. Last time I was on a boat like this, I had my motorcycle on the boat. We're on a pretty big ferry. I think we're in the Padilla Bay. Headed out from Fort Mason, I think, Coupeville, Washington. Headed over to Port Angeles. You could have taken a different ferry, which would have left from Whidbey Island, which is very close. You can see all that coastline in the background. But I'm headed to Port Angeles. I got a really cheap hip camp to crash in tonight, and then I'm gonna keep moving through the Olympic coast, headed to, I believe, the furthest northwest part on the continental United States map, which would be Neah Bay. So we'll see what happens. Not really sure. Had to wait 5 hours to get on this boat. Thought it was gonna be an hour, but 5 hours. I think they loaded the wrong line first, but didn't take accountability for that. I'm not headed anywhere at a specific time, so it doesn't really matter. And honestly, we were in a nice area, so no big deal. That being said, it's always super fun. It's kind of exciting when you get your car on a boat. Just feels different. And I'm stoked to be here, and you know, had a little fender bender at the toll station. My friend behind me bumped me. I don't think anything happened, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, things are good. Had an amazing trip so far, and we're just gonna try to keep this train rolling. headed, once I hit that Neah Bay point, I think I'm gonna head down the coast, clean some things up in my storage unit, and near Astoria, Oregon, and then head back into the mountains. I gotta do some stuff in the Sierras, so we'll see how all this plays out. But for now, boat life. Thug life for you, boat life for me.
The motion of the boat will set off and continue to set off car alarms. They must be deactivated for the entire crossing. Our galley is open on the keystone end of the vessel, so if you need a snack or a pick-me-up, our galley's here to serve.
Welcome aboard the Washington State Ferry. The following
Just pulled into the hip camp, and I will explore the Olympic coast the next day and take you along for the journey.